Hello everybody, this is Jurassic Adventures, back again with another review, and in this video we are going to be taking a look at the Jurassic World Legacy Collection Velociraptor Containment Chaos Pack. So here we have another Legacy Collection set, and I'm very excited to take a look at this because we have those park workers and also that awesome Velociraptor cage that we see in the prologue for Jurassic Park. Before we get too far into this review, I just want to go over where I got this set. I got this set from Target, right off the shelves. This is actually a little bit before the set street date. I think the street date is, July 30th. So the stores are refreshing though, pretty soon in this general time frame. So you should probably go check if you really want this set. A good tip is that the Target mobile website. So if you access that the website from like a phone browser, it actually does show some stock numbers sometimes up in that corner, and so you can kind of browse around the locations and look for which stores might have this set. And this set is $40. And without further ado, let's take a look at the box. So for the packaging, we got down here this sort of dino tracker-esque frame that we've seen on all the other Mattel sets from this year, the Legacy Collection sets included. We have the Legacy Collection logo, and then of course we have that title of the set down here. I think this framing fits very nicely on the set because it is kind of like a containment set, so I think this packaging looks good on this set. Over here we have this sort of illustration of the Velociraptor paddock. I really hope to get that as an actual set for Mattel one day. But yeah, so we just got that artwork. It continues on the inside of the box when it's cut off to show these figures in the window. And then up top we got the same sort of thing with the title. And then the Legacy Collection logo. The artwork continues around the side of the box, and then on the back we have that dino tracker sort of map. As you can see, we have a nice render of everything that's included in the set. We have Robert Muldoon, we got the two park workers, and we got the raptor coming out of that crate. It shows that the eyes of the raptor glow in the dark. We also have the demonstration of the geared up park workers, and shows all the contents of the box down here. No other figures that they're advertising this time on the box, and it shows that this raptor can be scanned into the Facts app. So overall, I think the packaging is okay with this one. The Legacy Dino Trackers boxes aren't really my favorite, especially this back part is a bit odd, honestly, but overall it's really not too bad, especially the front of the box. But without further ado, let's crack this thing out of the packaging. After taking everything out of the box, you can see that we have that sort of plastic insert, and then we got that really nice sort of backdrop on the back there, and then we have all the pieces for that Velociraptor cage. They're all in bags and they're all connected, except for this piece right there, which is just peeking out to kind of demonstrate that it comes with it inside the box. To assemble the raptor cage, all you're going to want to do is take this top piece and you're going to snap in the sides like so. Just press those in, and then here's the other one as well. And they just snap in like so. And then you take this base, you sort of figure out where everything goes, just like that. And then you're gonna take the back here and pop this thing on. And then of course we're just gonna slide the door right in, and that is that. Now that we have everything out of the box, we can take a closer look at each individual piece. The first thing we're going to take a look at is one of the most anticipated parts of this set, and that is going to be this raptor cage that we do see in the prologue of Jurassic Park. I'm very glad that Mattel finally decided to make this and actually pack it up in a set, and so now we get to take a closer look at it. I'm going to start off first with the sort of sculpting and deco of this thing. So what we have it cast in is this sort of metallic dark gray plastic. This is not accurate to the actual cage. In fact, it is a painted metal, so it would just be flat, no metallic or any of that, but it still looks good here. And you know, it's dark in the scene anyways, so you can't really tell that much. But that is just a little detail I would like to point out. The sculpting overall on this thing does not look bad at all. We got that nice, classic grading. That's a very iconic look for this cage on the side, the top, and the rear here. We got some bolts and different little metal detailings that make it kind of look more industrial and like a secure cage. We got this caution tape those are all stickers, and they, you know, are all around this thing. And then we also have these ladder rungs on the sides and also on the back, so a figure can climb up onto the top of the cage and, you know, open up the gate. Some minor nitpicks I have with this thing is going to be the fact that you cannot, you know, have a figure lifting up the gate because there's no handles on there. And then, just to point this quick thing out, there's some checker plating in there. That looks pretty good. That's another sculpted detail on there that I did not mention. And then also I think that the back and the front should actually be a little bit more bulky, and kind of come out more, because that's how they look on the actual cage. It's not just like a flat sort of rectangular box, like kind of how it's portrayed here. Overall, I really do like this cage, and I think it's a really nice addition to the line to kind of help you build out your Jurassic Park. Then, of course, for the features, there's really only one, and that is the fact that this gate can actually lift up, and you can put, you know, your small dinosaur figures inside. You can fit a variety of figures from this raptor, which actually comes with the set. Sorry about that. He fits in fine, or she, rather. But you can also fit in, you know, all the other small dinosaurs from the various Mattel lines. You can fit in, like, this Hammond collection Dilophosaurus that's repainted I got right here next to me. That can fit in there. So really a cool cage. I definitely like that feature about it as well. Next, we're going to go over the Velociraptor that comes with this set. Yes, another Mattel Velociraptor, but this one isn't completely terrible. We got some nice orange on it, and also this brown patterning that goes down the tail and actually has a little bit on the tip of the tail, which is surprising. They usually do not paint the tails of their figures, at least not now. And so yeah, that's pretty cool. No claw paint, which is kind of a bummer. And then you also had this, you know, beige that comes up, and then this sort of like darker tan on the bottom jaw that actually has some paint application on the top jaw to fade it in. I don't know why they decided to do that and not just, you know, put like painted claws or something and keep that jaw the same color as the rest of the underbelly, but whatever. The inside of the mouth is painted nicely. You got that nice red tone, and then we also got those teeth painted. The eye is painted in a light green with that black pupil, and so overall the deco really isn't that bad on this guy. This mold actually is the same as like the extreme damage Velociraptor, I think it is, back from the Dominion line, and it's one of the more recent Mattel Velociraptor molds. I really do like how this one looks. It has a lot of nice sculpted detail, and so yeah, the articulation on this guy really isn't too much. The head goes all around, up and down, and then the mouth opens and closes like you can see, and then the limbs go forward and backwards, and that's about it. I think the tail also can go around if you so please, but I think it looks a little bit weird if you do that. And then we also have that scan code in case you want to scan it into the app, which I am not a big fan of, but some of you guys are. This Velociraptor also has one more feature that makes it unique from the rest, but for that I gotta turn down my studio lights. Now that we are in the dark, you can see that I'm going to take this UV flashlight and I'm just going to go over the eyes real quick. And as you can see, they are already glowing a little bit. And yes, this thing has glow in the dark eyes. The glow effect doesn't last too long, but I still think it is a pretty cool addition to this figure, just to kind of make it a little bit more unique. Yes, it's pretty gimmicky, but I still think it's quite neat. With the lights back on, we can take a look at the human figures that come with this set, starting off with the least anticipated, which is Robert Muldoon. We already got the Hammond collection version of this guy, which I think is a little bit better. So why they threw in sort of this downgraded version into this set is beyond me. I think it's just kind of to drive the price up. But you know, here he is. He has his hair painted under the hat. I can't recall if the previous version had that. You know, all the other details are painted: socks, boots, belt. You know, he has his light blue shirt and everything. So, you know, he looks fine. We just got the Hammond collection version already, so not much of a point to this guy, in my opinion. But if you wanted him for some reason, here he is. The articulation is just like all the other legacy figures. Head's on a ball joint, so you know you have a little bit of movement up and down, but mostly it's just gonna be, you know, all around. The shoulders go, you know, out and back in, forward and backward, and then they go all around. His waist swivels all around. The hips go out and back in, and then forward and backward as well. Knees go forward, backward, and twist all around. So not a ton of articulation, but it's pretty standard, and it's what we're used to from the Legacy line. In this set, he comes with one accessory that is distinctly his, and that is going to be this Spaz 12 shotgun. As you can see, this is, really the same sculpt that we got before. It's identical to that. And it's in this hard plastic. It's a little bit flexible, but I think this one is actually a little bit better, this weapon in particular, than the Hammond Collection versions, just because it's not as flexible and the proportions are a little bit better, and it doesn't have that massive sling hanging down from it. So, if you want to upgrade your Hammond Collection Muldoon a little bit, then this is going to be perfect for that. And then now that we have Muldoon out of the way, we can look at the stars of the set, which are the park workers. These guys are just the grunts of Jurassic Park that keep everything rolling as scheduled, and I really think that these guys are long overdue, and I am so glad to finally have these. Last but not least, we have these park workers, which are sort of the grunts of Jurassic Park. They make sure all the operations are running smoothly, and they do all the dirty work. I really think these guys are long overdue, and I am super glad to finally have these guys. We got two different varieties. We have the Caucasian one, and then we have the darker skin park worker. So you got a nice diversity among these if you do decide to, army build these or whatever. They come with a lot of good accessories, which we'll get over, but first we're just going to zoom in on one of these guys and take a look at the uniform. The uniform is all gray. You have that nice sculpted work shirt, you got these cargo pants, and then you got the boots with the straps. Just nicely sculpted detail. It's simple, but it's very effective. On this left shoulder here, we have the yellow Jurassic Park logo, which I love to see. Also on the hat here, we have that as well. The hard hat is molded in this sort of orange plastic, and they look great, very accurate to what we do see in Jurassic Park. They have the exact same articulation as Muldoon, but now we can get into the accessories that they come with. Starting off, we have this sort of tactical vest, which they can put on. I'd imagine this is just to store gear, and also to prevent them from attack, or as harsh of an attack if that were to occur. So this just kind of slides over the arms, and then you have these little pegs here that can, be strapped in, and now he is equipped in this vest. A lot of nice detail on here. It's just molded in black rubber. We got this sort of crotch guard, and then we have these pockets that are along the front of the vest. Around the side, or around the back here, we have this walkie-talkie, and that actually goes in that pocket up there, and it can be taken out, and the worker can use it, or you can do whatever you please with that. I think that is a really nice little detail on these guys. Next, in terms of protective gear, we got these knee guards or knee pads. These just go right over the knees, just slot right in. And that's that. These are also in black rubber, and the detail's fine on these. They look pretty good. And then lastly, we have this sort of cattle prod shock rod, which you see a lot of the workers using in that prologue scene in Jurassic Park. And this guy can hold it really nicely. He looks awesome, fully equipped, super great looking figure. And I think that these are great accessories. So this is sort of like the geared up trooper guy, and he has all the protective gear and also the weapon. But we also have that other vest included, which I'm not going to put on just cause, to show a little bit of variety. And then we also have this flashlight, which has that sort of pistol grip and the trigger, and then the actual lens of the flashlight is painted in a light gray. So these guys look really great together. I'm super glad to finally have these park workers, and they're a great addition to the collection for sure. Here the set is next to the John Hammond Collection figure. And then of course with the Hammond Collection Dilophosaurus, this one is repainted by me in a previous video. For the medium-sized dinosaur, we have the Hammond Collection Irritator. Next, here the set is with the repainted Lost World Stegosaurus. And then the Habitat Defender Triceratops for a larger figure even. And then lastly, here the set is with the 93 Classic T-Rex. For my overall thoughts on this set, I think the cage and the park workers with all those accessories is an absolutely awesome addition. I really love that we finally have those. Muldoon and the Velociraptor are a little bit because, you know, we already do have so many Velociraptors that we've got from Mattel so far. This one has at least that glow-in-the-dark eye to kind of differentiate it, but as far as Muldoon goes, we already have that more premium version that kind of came out already, so that is not my favorite inclusion of this set, really. The cage and the workers are solid, and overall, I think it is worth it if you do really want those two things. You know, if you wait for this to go on sale, which it probably will just because all the other Legacy sets have gone on sale in the past, I think you should probably wait for this one, but I do think this is a really solid set, so I do recommend this one. But as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. This is Jurassic Adventures, and I'll see you in the next video.